Hello, everybody. Hi. How you doing? Just making sure that we are actually live on the things. There we go. Awesome. All right, so I am back. Sorry that I took a little bit of a hiatus last week, but we're here now, and that's what matters, right? So I'll go into my little spiel about what we do here. Now, on my Thursday streams, what I do is we run 20-minute sprints. I run a timer up here on screen, and you can be productive in any way that you need to be productive for the day, whether that's writing, editing, cleaning house, doing some random chores, crafting, whatever. And we will be productive in those 20 minutes. And then after that 20 minutes, we'll come back and chat and talk a little bit about what we have accomplished, along with some things that I'm going to probably talk about while the chat goes on. And we'll go from there. I try not to get too talkative during the chatty segments, but we'll see. Because, yeah, it is what it is. And it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. All right. Now, what I'm going to be working on today is my new series and possibly doing a little bit more research on, of course, there's a motorcycle thing that goes by, but possibly doing some research, aka watching the pretty, on one of the links that I'm going to actually share with you a little bit later in the live stream. And it'll be nice. It's fun. It's some good vibes when we need some good vibes in this world. Right. All right. And I'll also be talking about some things that are going on in the author tubes and sharing some links with that, because that's exciting too. Excuse me. Hey, cool gamer, good time zone. How are you? All right. So first things first, I am going to talk a little bit about the AWC real quick, because I'm going to keep mentioning it throughout the live stream because it is coming up this weekend. So the AWC is the AuthorTube Writing Conference. It starts Friday the 15th and lasts until Sunday the 17th. And what it is a conglomeration, I can't talk today, of presenters that are going to talk about writing related topics or mental health related topics, the things that we like to talk about here on AuthorTube. And they're going to share their expertise on those topics like self-publishing, topics like Scrivener, topics like being in the midst of imposter syndrome and how to kind of get out of it, and some differences between some genres. I think there's a thing on the steampunk genres. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be awesome. And I am going to drop the link right now so that y'all can check it out. Morning, Eva. How are you? It is really early morning where you are. Had to think about your time zone for a minute there. But yeah. All right. So I'm going to get me some more coffee in me, and we are going to start our first 20-minute sprint. Maybe. There it goes. Okay. All right. Do not forget to hydrate, even if it is coffee and not water. Don't forget to stretch if you need to stretch. If you're feeling some tightness in your fingers and in your back and all that good stuff, get up and stretch, move around a little bit, loosen up those tendons and muscles, and get some snackies if you have some rumblies and the tumblies. And let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1. Get productive. All right. How did everybody do on that one? I only did 168 words, but I was also pulling a couple up, also pulling up a couple more links and doing some more research on some things. So it was all good, all good, all good. Quick reminder. The AWC or AuthorTube Writing Conference is coming up this weekend. It starts on the 15th, which is Friday, lasts through the 16th, and into Sunday the 17th. So make sure to check that out. The link is in the chat. And yeah, it's going to be full of all kinds of information, all the good stuff. So yeah, we'll learn some stuff and have fun while doing it too, I hope. All right, Broken's here. Hey, hey, hey. Good morning. And Eva is kind enough to remind me that today is the last day for the submission to CGL, short story writing contest, short story and poetry writing contest. Flash. Okay, CGL writing contest. There we go. That just covers everything. You can do poetry, you can do a short story, you can do kind of like a flash fiction piece if you want to. The max is 1,500 words, but you can submit it to eva@bookandland.com if you want to learn more. Here's a link right here, and it pulls up a page, beautiful page that Eva made, explaining the details of the CGL writing contest. So yeah. Eva says that they'll be back shortly. Awesome. Hello, hello, hello. You got 180 words. Awesome. Way to go. Let's see. So I am working on a new project, and let me know in the comments what you're working on. But my new project is not really a secret, but kind of a secret. I might be putting it up on Vella. I'm more than likely going to be putting it up on Vella after I polish it quite a bit, because I want my first debut into the realm that is not YouTube to be polished and well edited and hopefully very likable to most people. But yeah, it's kind of a spin-off of an epic that I haven't quite written yet. So yeah, it's I've been wanting to play with the characters. So this is my excuse to play with those characters until I get ready to write that epic. So yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing, or I'm working on. So let me know what you're working on. Broken says, I did some random head world building for my superhero project yesterday. Nice. New project and development. Yeah. It's like I need a new project. You know, I have a list of 40, and I needed a new project because, yeah, of course. Today says, I see the community is mostly on YouTube. Yes, it is. Thank you so much. Either way, I've kind of wanted to get into Twitch. I just haven't researched it enough, and I haven't found like a time frame where I can do like a Twitch live stream solely, because that way I can play around with it some more. But eventually I will get there, because Twitch seems like a lot of fun. But yeah. I think Vellum is a good way to get introduced as an author to potential readers without the costs associated with publishing something else. Yes. Its episodic format also means you can write a bunch of stuff and post it in quick succession. Way to go, StreamYard, for leaving me hanging there. But yeah, there was a point in time before I even started a YouTube channel where I was writing on Wattpad, and I pulled everything off of Wattpad because I love the story. Don't get me wrong. It was a brand new story to me at the time, and it was something I haven't really talked about here on my YouTube channel, which I probably need to talk about a little bit if I'm going to go back to it. But anyway, if I go back to it. But I was on Wattpad for a while. I think I posted, I want to say there was about 13 chapters over on Wattpad of the story. And then stuff happened and I got burned out and I forgot to post there. So I pulled everything off of Wattpad and now we're working on Vellum. So I have a little bit of experience with episodic writing. And I'm going to use that experience into Vellum. And I've been doing a lot of research on how people write serials and all that good stuff. So we'll go from there and we'll see if it's any good. I hope it's good. I hope y'all like it. Good morning, Lauren. How are you? Broken telling you good morning. Todd, you were over on Twitch. Awesome. Okay, an interesting echo effect can be had turning on the sound for both Twitch and YouTube. Fun. Well, welcome to my YouTube channel, and thank you for joining me on Twitch too. I'm sorry about the echo, but it happens. I have found muting everything while I'm on a live stream helps a lot, because used to I would forget to mute things before I went live, and then I got the feedback and all the echoes, and it was so much fun. It kind of weirded me out hearing myself back at myself. Hearing myself back at me. There we go. Words. Difficult. I'm a writer. All right. Now then. So I do want to talk a little bit about something that I found. Something was sent to me really early this morning, and well, not really early, but early this morning. So I haven't had much time to really research it. But there is an article here that I'm going to share that talks a little bit about it. It's one of the articles that I pulled up in order to do some research, and I'll go from there. But with the overturning of Roe v. Wade, this might help some of us out. For those that are needing an abortion for medical purposes, for life-saving purposes, then this can help out. So I'm hoping it's true, but again, I haven't done any research on it, or much research on it, so we'll see. We'll see. But here's the link that I pulled up. So you can start doing your own research, seeing if it's true or not. I just want to put it out there because I know in my past live streams, I've been doing a lot of links to change.org petitions, and a lot of those have been on abortion rights, the overturning of Roe versus Wade and all that good stuff. So yeah, I need to do some more research on this before I tell you a little bit more about it. But according to the thing I received this morning and the article that I just kind of scanned through, that there is a way for us to still be able to save women's lives if they need a medical abortion. So there's that. Wanted to share that. So yeah. And then in the next break, I have something very exciting and possibly very, very inspirational I'm going to share with you. Because it's inspired me. It almost made me cry with how beautiful it is. So yeah, look forward to that. Now, with that being said, we're going to jump into our next sprint. Completely unrelated to abortion rights and, the safety of women and all that good stuff. So yeah, trying to even out the depressing with happy. And I hope the next thing is going to be happy for everybody. But yeah. All right. Don't forget to hydrate. Don't forget to eat if you have some rumblies and the tumblies, and don't forget to stretch. You can always do like the little prayer thing with your elbows straight out so that you can loosen some of your tendons and everything up in the wrists, and invert it. That helps out a lot. You feel the burn. And then, of course, rotate your wrists and hands. That way, it can loosen up some of the tendons and muscles that may cause pain while you're writing or doing whatever it is that you are doing to be productive. And let's get started in 3, 2, 1, get productive. All right. How did everybody do? No. It's the one with sound. Okay.
It's pretty though.
Yeah. So I have my timers on a playlist, and it automatically goes into the next timer because every writer does that. And yeah, the next timer has sound, and I kind of forgot about it. Whoops. Oh well. Da, 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 da. I forgot where we left off. So yeah.
It would be great if you could remember the, put in a tab on what you saw last.
I can put in a tab on what I saw last. I keep forgetting to put in a tab where I saw last. Shut up.
I didn't say anything.
Shut up. So this is my husband. Y'all have seen him before. He's going to start joining me probably on the latter part of the writing sprints or something like that. And
until you guys tell me to go away.
Y'all won't do that. Y'all are nice, right? Right. It's okay. But Lauren is excited for AWC this weekend. And again, the link is in the chat, and I will post the link again towards the end of the stream as well. But the AWC is a AuthorTube writing conference that's going to be running this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So look forward to that. And Broken says, one of the things I've been doing with my superhero project is figuring out how I want to make the world just a little different from my own. Flying aircraft carriers are a superhero trope. So I did some research to see if I wanted to do my own take on it. The U.S. designed but potentially never built a nuclear-powered airplane in the 1960s that would have carried 22 wing-mounted fighters. So yeah, they probably didn't build it, but they probably did. We never can tell with our government, but whatever. Curiously, all the information in the first design has been released, but the second design remains classified. See? Yeah, possibly. So I decided to go with it, and I need to figure out how military policy would evolve around massive nuclear-powered airplane carrying airplanes instead of a massive nuclear-powered airplane carrying boats. And I think you've got this because you've done way more research than I would have ever done. This is the reason why I don't write sci-fi yet. The U.S. came up with some funky stuff in the 1950s and 60s, and I said it was probably because they were still high on chems, their own chems that they made.
Well, there was a lot going on in the 50s and 60s. I mean, you're looking at a decade of rebuilding post-World War II, but with the fear of, we might go into nuclear war. I mean, they built all kinds of stuff. I mean, we had nuclear training in schools. It was basically duck and cover. Yeah, the 50s and 60s were weird with that kind of stuff.
Well, see, the other thing is my dad remembers building a hydrogen-based engine that they ran a school bus off of while he was in high school. And he was in high school in the late 60s?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. So
yes.
44. No, 50s, late 50s.
Yeah, early 60s.
Early 60s, late 50s, he was in high school. And he remembers building an engine that they ran a school bus off of. Then it just disappeared. So yeah. Interesting reactor developed for the project does exist. It had actually flown on an airplane. It is now the basis for potential future nuclear reactors because it's much more efficient and clean. Heather joined us. Good morning. Good morning. Heather's going to take a shower and then join us for editing. Jenna just finished mowing, sending love to the like button. Thank you and good morning. Glad to have you here. And then Broken reminded me about the thing that I read a long time ago, but this is the explanation for the reactor that I probably read about. The molten salt reactor, and because of how it works, you can basically flush the fuel, which is liquid, into a containment vat in seconds. It can also either generate thermal energy or be used to burn nuclear waste from conventional reactors. That word.
There's a word there.
If something happens that makes the core unstable, the fuel flushes and it goes dormant instantly. No reactor meltdown, no massive nuclear leaks. Yes. Lauren is getting coffee and making breakfast, then writing. It jumped. Hello. Okay, there we go. Broca says, what drives me nuts is we had the technology in the 60s, but it was designed to go on an airplane and they decided not to build. They also built a test power plant and ran for a few years, then shut it down. Yeah. That lovely, lovely, lovely governments. Some companies are trying to design modern versions and get them approved. Yes. Say hi to Lauren.
Oh, the hubby joined. I love that. No enthusiasm.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's fine. We ramble forever. Hey, Cookie. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning or good time zone. Yes. The auto mechanic kiddos I used to work with at the local vocational school had kids build and deconstruct various engines at competitions. Yes. H2O con included. Yep. I'm new, so I'm like, wow, look at all these people creating stuff. Yep. All right. So the thing that I got really excited about this morning, and the hubs actually brought it to my attention, is the James Webb Space Telescope finally sent back some pictures, and the government actually released them this morning. So I am going to share with you the link to that because they're beautiful, gorgeous. You hit the right button.
The link that she's sharing is actually for the telescope's official YouTube page, where they go into explanations on why they chose the materials they did in order to build the telescope.
Yeah.
And the coolest thing about it is the fact that they just launched this thing about 6 months ago, and it is sending back fantastic imagery of space. And a lot of people are kind of touting it on the news about we're looking into the past. But in all honesty, what we're seeing in these pictures is a snapshot of an area where our time isn't necessarily linear to it, because the universe is expanding, but it expands at such a slow rate that the images that they're sending back are images of things that, if you were to look at it based on distance and relative time, that by the time we see it, it has happened in the past. But it's all about how that time, because time is a man-made construct.
Hold on.
So
hold that thought.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining, Todd. I really appreciate you subbing to the YouTube channel and joining me over on Twitch too. So have fun moving the livestock. I've done that a couple of times myself and I kind of miss it, but then I think about how hot it is and then I don't miss it at all. No. So yeah. There is a link to Devin Cutting's daily playlist that I have pinned to the top of the YouTube chat. So make sure to check that out. If we're still not going, then there's a ton of other streamers that go on daily, and you can check those out. Hey, good morning, Annual. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Cookie says it's 10 p.m. here, so good night, good evening. Yeah. Every time I say good evening, I feel like I'm
good evening.
Good evening. Yes. Listen to the children of the night.
Well, you do have a Maleficent shirt on, so
yeah.
I just realized we're wearing villain shirts today.
We're wearing villain shirts today. Jordan, good morning. Gotta find those alien dice. Let's see. I also recommend checking out my friend. Yep. Lauren does some writing streams and some videos too. All right, Brogan says, on a cosmic scale, the past isn't that impressive until you start talking about billions of
Yes.
years. Yeah, something a few 10,000 years in the past is basically yesterday. Yeah.
Because, like I was saying, I mean, time in space, especially what it's actually sending pictures back of, is one of those things where it's just not relative to us because of distance, but distance is a weird thing in space. So I'm kind of wondering what, because I've seen stuff with what Bill Nye has said and a couple of other people, but
That's what I
I'm
was gonna pull
curious is to see what Michio Kaku says about all of this, because I'm a really big Michio Kaku fan. For those who don't know, he's a theoretical physicist, and I'm a huge fan of his work. And I'm just kind of waiting to see what he has to say about the images that have been sent back. Granted, it's a different style of science, but yeah, I just want to see what he has to say.
Stop.
Bell.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to pull up the video and then it just started playing, and you got to hear the
Beginning of the Bill Nye theme.
Hopefully, I won't get hit with a copyright, but whatever.
It was short.
It was less than 5 seconds, so we're good, right? Right. But here is ABC's channel where they did Bill Nye's kind of reaction to it, and you see like the reporter or the anchor has to kind of rein him in because he's so excited. It's Bill Nye. He gets excited over everything.
So,
welcome back.
I
did have coffee. Yes.
Oh, trust me, I know when she does not have coffee. This is what you get for bringing me on your streams.
I know. I'm gonna air all the dirty laundry out.
Ha! Somebody else is a Michio Kaku fan. I love his work on Kuuki. So yeah, I really love Michio Kaku's work. So I mean, I've been a big fan of his. I actually really like the fact that because of him, the multi-world theory is kind of now an acceptable explanation as to how time travel would work. But yes, I'm a really, really big fan of Michio Kaku's work.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, you need to break it. You need to break everything. You break everything. It's fine. It's fine.
No, let's go to the next one.
I'm sure my husband felt what Sam's husband said. Let's see. Oh yeah, you got a vacation coming up. I hope you have fun. It's going to be so good. I'm sure. I wonder if I have an ability to pull up the actual images.
Yeah, I mean they're
and share them. Okay. Yeah, I might.
Go ahead and do it through that one. We'll find one.
Yeah, well, yeah. It'll be fine. Y'all can watch the videos and just, yeah, because they are like, it's gorgeous. And I know it's not much, but it just, it makes me excited because space is literally the final frontier. Well, technically part of the ocean is too, but space is a little bit more exciting final frontier.
Well, considering maybe what
we might have aliens in the ocean. I don't know.
Considering what they found in China here in the last couple of months, I mean, we might have Hollow Earth too. So that's a different frontier as well. So
yeah, because they found a hole in Africa too, did they not?
I know
Under
that there was
Sahara.
I know that there was the one in I think it was right outside Shenzhou that they found basically a hollow Earth, maiden abyss type stuff. So
fun times. Welcome to the writing stream that has turned now into a science stream. Or theoretical science. Yeah. Something like that. Nicole said the same thing about me, and Jenna not sure why. Yeah, hubby means husband or hubs. I call him hubs or hubby all the time. So yeah. This is Gonzo. He does have a YouTube channel, but he doesn't do very much with it. But he does have, some funny like Skeletor videos and things. I'll link it in the chat.
It's mainly filled with Overwatch stuff from a few years ago, although I will probably re-clean up my channel. And I'm actually thinking about taking some of my videos that I have posted on TikTok, primarily some of the comic ones, kind of making them into longer videos for YouTube. So I'm working on it slowly but surely, but I will redo my YouTube channel.
No. Let's see. Broken says I was writing Directorate and realized that without the ship that brought her to Terra in the first place, the main character has to figure out how to cross an absolutely stupid distance. Breaking space. Jenna says, have you seen how weird some sea creatures? Yeah. Alien, it makes sense for some of them. Yes, they do. I mean, okay. So I don't know how to swim. So my theory is, I'll die before I, get overrun by weird little sea creatures. Yeah, I'll drown. It's okay. The cosmic equivalent of having an airplane to get to Europe, but losing the airplane and being left with a horse.
That is a challenge.
The horses are so nice.
Yeah,
I get it. I know. I just funny.
I know.
You didn't laugh.
I know how you are with horses.
Yeah. The ocean is currently absorbing higher amounts of energy or something weird. Don't count the ocean out, right?
Well, speaking of the ocean, what is it? Nautilus 7?
Oh yeah.
That's another kind of YouTube stream that we do watch. Just seeing the stuff that they find. And the fact that these are scientists that primarily focus in underwater exploration, coming across things they've never seen before, that is just kind of mind-blowing in itself. So, yeah, I think it's Nautilus 7. Take out the 7 and just look for live.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
UV Nautilus?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to share with you another channel. Science. So this is the Nautilus, and they live stream their ocean exploration. And it's just a cool little ASMR kind of channel to have in the background, but you can also learn a lot. And you get to see weird little sea creatures and hear the scientists kind of freak out a little bit about it, because sometimes they know these sea creatures and sometimes they're like, what the heck is that? So yeah, check it out.
Okay, so
science stream. All right. When aliens come visit, they'll go chat the octopi and dolphins. They won't look. Yeah.
Oh, they'll realize we're too dumb to talk to. So
yeah. Yes. Gookie says abyssal gigantism is so fascinating to me. I just want to see a humongous version of like a sea crab or something the size of it.
See, if you hit the crab, no. See, when you hit the crab, it takes massive damage. So there's my little PS3 demo throwback.
Yeah. The chat with the dolphins, we're all in trouble. Yeah, we are.
I'm praying that Adam's had it right, and they're just going to say, so long, thanks for all the fish, and just tip right out the door when that happens.
Assuming the aliens survive the chat with the dolphins without wanting to bleach their brains. Yeah, very true.
Hey,
very true.
Dolphins are not nice things. Dolphins are jerks, like cats.
Yeah. I mean, they play with their food, and they play with things that aren't even their food, and torture them and everything, and just
Try to
dolphins.
hump humans. I mean, they do all kinds of weird stuff.
They try to hump penguins.
Yeah.
That was disturbing to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, science. Woo. Let's see. I love when a scientist sees something and goes, "What the fuck is that?" Yes.
You see that a lot on the Nautilus channel. Now, keep in mind when you watch it, if they're doing just like a single camera that is looking at the sea floor, it's normally between like 3 to 5 different explorers talking around the same time. So, because I believe that what they do when it's under the water is a remote access,
okay.
and they control it from a control room.
Yeah. So what the Nautilus is they're on a large ship, and the control room is on that ship, and then they launch the Nautilus and use the remotes to control the Nautilus. So the explorers are actually in the control room with the panels for the cameras up on multiple computer screens. Sometimes you will actually see it in the live stream, especially when they're about to launch the Nautilus again, and they will actually show the control room and the whole ship. So yeah, sometimes there's a little bit of miscommunication between the control room and the Nautilus. Like the last time I watched this stream, they couldn't use 2 of the arms to grab stuff because there was just no connection. They couldn't refresh it or anything to reconnect, so they couldn't grab some samples while they were exploring that time. And it's just funny to kind of listen to them because they have problems like we do with our computers, like, the mouse doesn't connect to the computer screen, and it's the equivalent of the arm not being connected. And yeah, it's fun. The stream is just so much fun to watch. Dolphins are everyone's favorite marine-based perverts.
Yes, they are.
Morning, Nicole. How are you? Let's see. Oh, I used to watch the EV videos. Yes. Female dolphins are very territorial too. Male dolphins pick a bro and they stay together forever. If you see a school of dolphins being mean, it's likely a female leading the charge. Yeah. Let's see. Eva says, we see space so far after the fact. We're learning new things about way outdated reality. Yeah. And ocean science is real time. Space is just so... Well, space and ocean exploration. Anytime I see anything new, it's just interesting because I'm living vicariously through the researchers, the explorers, and all that good stuff. Yeah. Okay. Cookie. I got the giant crab reference with video games. I feel like you can't put giant crab now without being a sort of reference to the PS3 moment. People will think, yep. Good morning, Mr. Blandis. At work, just listening. Awesome. Thank you for joining.
Wait, is that a blue blazer icon for Mr. Vlandis? That looks like a blue blazer regular. So
did you just have a nerd moment?
Yes, I did. If that's what I think it is,
you just had a nerd moment. It's okay.
So we'll find out.
Yes, that was... Yeah, Jupiter, and I think it was it Mercury? Like Mercury sounded like a high-pitched kind of symphonic thing, and that just made me cringe. And then Jupiter sounded like screaming monsters.
See, I think I've had you listen to the noise from whenever they dropped the mica down in Siberia, right?
Mm-mm.
It was going around on Coast to Coast with Art Bell as a sound from hell, and all they basically did was just drop a microphone down into the middle of into an iceberg in Siberia, and it's the noise compression. Mm-hmm. It sounds like screaming, but I can definitely see it just be the ice and the molecules shifting. Yeah. It's honestly really creepy to listen to, though.
Listening to icebergs shift and move is very intimidating, and that's the reason why there's caves in Iceland that you can actually explore that go underneath some of the glacial activities there, or is it Norway?
I think it's Iceland.
I think it's Iceland. But people get really freaked out whenever they go into those caves because they're listening to the ice and everything. And that's just with human ears. That's not with machinery to enhance some of the lower decibels and all that stuff. So yeah, yeah. Octopi would rule the world if they lived after breeding. Yeah. Yes, they would, and I'm here for it.
No. That's what our turtle and tortoise overlords are for.
Oh yeah. Okay, so he's for the turtles and tortoises taking over the world. I'm for like octopi and
They'll live forever. So
yeah, they will. Hey guys, I'm back. My phone died, but anyway, I'm back. Good morning. Sorry that your phone died, Jordan. Blue Blazers.
So the reason why I called that out is because it's very, very similar. Your picture, your icon is very similar to the Blue Blazer regulars from the Buckaroo Banzai series. And I'm a really big Buckaroo Banzai fan. So I just happened to see that and I was thinking that was a Blue Blazer insignia. So
you need to watch his channel.
I will have to.
You need to watch his channel because it's amazing. He makes some so he's a writer, but he also makes awesome things like little terrariums and everything.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. And he does like book boxes. That's such a simplified term. But yeah. It's amazing.
I will have to put up a subscription.
Let's see icebergs. I think Titanic.
Yeah.
That movie ruined icebergs for everybody. It'll be fun to see you guys do a reaction video. Yeah. Especially no, wait. He has some weird movies, so I don't. No. Came back to discussions about deep sea and the sounds of planets. Yes. We need audio from Sagittarius A. Ooh, that'd be neat. Turtles need thumbs or tentacles. Turtle and octopi overlords. They work together.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's just nightmare fuel.
But it works.
Yeah.
I researched the sounds of planets after having discussions with my son about the sounds of other things. Yes. He's obsessed with the planets. That is awesome. Let's see. Mr. Blanditz makes such amazing things. Those book inserts are epic. Yes, they are.
I have to definitely check them out.
Yeah. The idea of octopus ruling the world often reminds me of the cartoon Megas.
Oh my God. Somebody actually knows what Megas XLR is. That is awesome. Now, little side note. Previous to Megas XLR coming out on Cartoon Network, there was a show on MTV called Downtown that aired a couple years earlier. The completely different style, completely different story. But Goat, the guy who runs the junkyard in Megas XLR, was on Downtown. Same character, same voice actor, everything. So there's a connected universe between those two, which is really cool. I love Downtown. So
Turtle pie.
See, I see that, and I think of the Ninja Turtle pies with a green filling that they had back in the 80s. And all it did was taste like vanilla pudding.
Ew.
They were good, though. They really were.
Yeah, only you would remember those.
Yeah. No, a lot of people remember those. The show kind of sucked.
Cthulhu crossed with the surfer dude turtles from Nemo.
Yes.
I like that. I do. I really like that. Just came a new friend. Yep. I like the Kepler planets. Yes. All right. Let's go ahead and get into another sprint.
I've distracted enough.
Yeah. We've talked for quite a while. And we need to be productive too. Yes? Yes. Finding
Somebody needs to write that. I will buy it.
That's you. That is all you.
I will buy it.
That's all you. Yeah, that's all you.
See, instead of trying to find Nemo, he tries to find Rakshakov. So, yeah. He keeps walking up to people saying, "Have you seen my son?" And they just go mad.
Yes. Okay. No, I don't need another project. That's one
Oh,
of
no,
y'all.
that's another project.
No, that's one of y'all. That's not me at all. This is not going to happen with me. Because we all know it'll take me 10 years to write it anyway.
So, do you want to run it for a full 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. While y'all marinate on the whole finding Cthulhu Cthulhu Cthulhu
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And one of y'all decide to write it because I'm not. Yes. Yes. Then remember to stretch, remember to hydrate, remember to get some eats if you have some rumblies and the tumblies. And let's get started being productive, maybe, again for 20 minutes in 3, 2, 1, get started. All right. How did everybody do?
Cut it off. You got it on auto.
It's fine. That one doesn't have any sound, and I muted it.
Okay. All right.
Meh. So yeah, I got like 100 so words
Because I distracted.
Yeah, because
That, and then you started reading chat.
oh yeah, people started talking about sushi, so of course I'm going to start reading chat whenever there's food involved. See?
Yeah, I know.
Sushi.
Now I want sushi.
Yeah, I do love sushi. Thank you for hitting the like button. I greatly appreciate it. All this talk about space has me wanting to listen to the Sun Eater books again, says Broken. Let's see. Jordan was in Spain 2 weeks ago, and one of the nights that we went out for dinner had spicy tuna roll, and it was awesome.
Yes.
Broken says spicy food is my alcohol. After a stressful day, I'm looking for spicy food. I want sushi now.
I want sushi now too.
Yeah. Let's see. The great thing about the first two, pizza and pasta, is they can be spicy. Spicy ice cream just doesn't work. And
you knew wasabi ice cream.
It just sounds weird. It's just yeah. But it's like eating yellow watermelon. Your brain spends the whole experience trying to figure out what the hell is going on. That's true. It's true. It's very true. And Jordan says, I've heard about red sauce, putting red sauce or mustard on ice cream and just as much spiciness. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't. Mm-mm. See, the whole wasabi ice cream thing kind of throws me off too.
No, I'm not saying that I would eat it. I'm just saying you can do it.
You don't want to do it. Kuoki says they had spicy tuna earlier. And I dropped the link to Annual's live stream, which is going to happen in about 10 minutes, give or take. Kuoki says they played Team Fortress for 5,000 hours, and we got to this is the distraction. So I play Overwatch a lot, or I thought I played Overwatch a lot. And so I pulled up my Overwatch profile, and while I'm at level 760, I've only played for 164 hours.
No. Huh? You've only played 164 hours.
I've only played 164 hours.
Yes.
So that's nowhere near 5,000.
No, yeah. What gets me though is it, like I said, I think that their level numbering system is wrong, because that shows you at 760, but it only puts me at 477. Granted, I've only played 66 hours, but still, yeah. I think that that's wrong.
Get good.
So Lauren watched the video that you put up.
And thank you for watching the video. I promise might be my last one. You can see he's gonna kill me. No. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry that your sushi tastes like cold refrigerator. But yes, Jordan, we do understand what you're saying.
Hey, at least the cats ate good.
I fed my stray cats, yeah. Let's see. Did you know that the actor that plays Uncle Phil in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air also voiced Shredder in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 1980s origin?
Yeah. Yes. Unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago, so he's like the only person who didn't come back for the new Turtles Shredder's Revenge game, which, if you played the original arcade games, is absolutely fantastic. Ask her. We started playing it last week or so, and I was just in awe at how much it felt like I was 10 years old again playing this game in the arcade. Even Robert Paulson showed back up to redo Raphael, which is fantastic. The whole cast came back except James Avery.
Jordan says that Lauren's always excited about coffee, and that's what he likes about watching some of her videos. So I schedule my videos. I record and edit them, and then I upload them to YouTube, but I don't upload them right away. I schedule them to the time that I want them to upload. So that's how I can be on live stream and uploading a video at the same time.
And then Lauren looks like she's doing a writing sprint at 2 o'clock today, Eastern Standard.
So I will drop your link into the chat too. All the sprints for today are going to be on Devin Cutting's playlist, but make sure to check out Annuals. That's going to go live in about 8 minutes. And yep, I skipped it. My bad. And this is Lauren's channel. So at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, check out Lauren's channel for her writing sprint. And yeah. Also remember that the AWC, the AuthorTube Writing Conference, is going to be happening this weekend. It's going to start Friday the 15th and run until Sunday the 17th. And I will drop the links in the chat again, so you don't have to worry about going back up through the chat to try to find the links. So I'll do that here in just a second. Broken does the same with some of the videos about scheduling them. Jenna says, I need to go get good coffee after this stream. I smell Sheets in my future. Sheets has really good coffee, but for some odd reason it messes with my stomach.
Wawa's better.
We don't have a Wawa around here.
We don't have a Wawa around here, but we do have a Sheets. We have a 7-Eleven too, but 7-Eleven's coffee is trash.
Yeah, so yeah.
I wish they'd bring back the really cool cups at 7-Eleven for like the Slurpees. I miss those.
Yeah, minus the live stream, but we get to. So there's Lauren's channel. Koki says, I'm deep into the indie game scene, so it's cool to see that definitely get a huge success with Teenage Mutants game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Right there.
So, okay. Lauren agrees with you on the whole Wawa's thing. His name is his name is really Robert, but everybody calls him Gonzo.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Gonzo. That's my husband's name. You're welcome, Jenna. Yes, it starts tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to join after I get off work and all that good stuff. So, yeah. I got into my Discord, shared my AWC session there, and got into a website where I sometimes buy my stamps. Nice. Let's see, even though it's not as indie.
Yeah, it's not. It is, but it's not. It's nice to see an indie developer get a license that big and really run with it.
Yes. Are you an admin? Mod. My gosh, words. Yes, you are. So yes, share your thing for AWC, Heather.
Now the funny thing, because I'm seeing this before she can post it. I will agree that Wawa's coffee has a slight burnt to it, but I learned this working with Marriott. Starbucks burns their beans on purpose so that you can distinctly tell when you drink it that it's a Starbucks coffee regardless of what you get. So I feel that Wawa kind of does the same thing, but there's just something about some of the flavors at Wawa coffee versus the flavors at Sheets. I just kind of like the Wawa better.
The more indie success in any sphere, the better. Yes,
absolutely.
Agreed. My husband is from Altoona, where Sheets started. If you got a bad Sheets coffee, that means they burned the coffee. Wawa's coffee tastes burned no matter what you do to it, in my opinion.
Funny you say Altoona. I have a friend of mine who's from Altoona. And yeah, I've known him for, almost 25 years. So but he moved back to Altoona 18, 19 years ago. So he just went to some really awesome Blob Fest, the movie The Blob. There was a convention for it, so it was kind of neat.
Okay, let's go back up here. Jordan says I was going to say that I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, that's okay. What does indie actually mean? Because I've seen that for Lauren's description where she says she is an indie author. So what indie means is that they're not with a huge company. So in Lauren's, she's an indie author, so she is not published under a huge publisher like Tor, Simon and Schuster, or any of those. She's not traditionally published. She is indie published. She published her own book by her own means. Or she is with some author tubers are also indie published, but they are with a small press company that is considered an indie publisher too, because they're not part of the big five publishing. What that also means with games is that they are
smaller companies, are not part of the big conglomerates. You can say the same thing with comics. They're not with the big 3 or 5 now.
Yeah,
4
or 5. Let's see, Dark Horse, Image,
Marvel, DC, and IDW. Sorry,
Yeah.
IDW is big now,
right.
but they're not part of the big 5. One of my favorite comics, Strangers in Paradise, has been solely indie published almost since its inception, with a small little boost from Image for a while.
Right. So anything that goes out into the public that's not under a larger corporation or conglomeration is considered indie. That can go with games, comics, books, music, even some artwork too. Most artwork is considered indie, but there are some that are contracted or bought out by larger companies. And those are, I forget the term for it, but they're like almost like traditionally published authors. So yeah, that's what indie means. All right, so Lauren says lots of great panels for AWC. Hers and Nicole's is Sunday at 11:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this is Heather's. My session, which is on Sunday from 11:40 to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's the link. You are very welcome. You see, Jenna says we're self-published. Most of us are through Amazon's program for it. There are others, though. Yes. So Amazon also does KDP, which is Kindle Direct Publishing. Also, there's Kindle Vella now. There's also some other online forms, something like Wattpad and everything like that. And those are considered indie published too. Even though, yeah, there's a huge, broad spectrum of what indie means. And it means different things for different things, like comic books, art, and all that good stuff. I didn't know there was a blob comic.
Yeah, I didn't know either until he posted pictures this past weekend. So.
Right. And some traditional published authors are dipping into the indie sphere. Yes, and those are considered hybrid authors too. So there's some authors that are both traditionally published under like the big 5, and and they also publish books themselves. Take, for instance, the huge hullabaloo that Brandon Sanderson did. He's going to have 5 books technically indie published. Because he's not going through with Tor, or who is his main publisher of late? I don't have any of his books on this shelf. Wow.
I don't remember. I think it's Simon and Schuster. I want to say that Skyward was done by Simon and Schuster.
I want to say it was
I might be wrong on that, but I think it was Simon and Schuster.
Right. So his Kickstarter campaign for the 5 books that he did recently is indie. Because he's publishing them themselves. But like Broken said, Brandon Sanderson also technically owns his own publishing company, but technically that can also be considered indie publishing because it's not the big 5. Yeah. Okay, so let's because my facial impairment, my
sense of
smell is heightened, and a lot of my family have said to me, including my dad, that I have a nose on me like a bloodhound. Yeah. Your t-shirts would be even considered indie, right?
Hers would not.
Right.
Hers is technically, this one in particular is a licensed print.
Yes.
Some of the other ones, like just the animals, I believe those would be considered indie.
Yep.
This is more fan art than anything, because this is from The Thief and the Cobbler, and nobody really does anything with it.
Right.
So mine would be considered indie. Hers would be considered a licensed print.
Right. And that's the thing with like artwork, because this is a Disney villain, it's licensed. So therefore it's kind of out of the indie sphere, even though T Turtle is the one that printed it. And T Turtle also does my little animals, like my pew pew pew, and the wolf that says I'm harmless, I swear, or whatever. Those are still considered indie prints, even though T Turtle has printed both licensed and indie artwork.
Yeah.
So t-shirts kind of,
it can fall on either side,
right?
Because some of them are more, we've created this just for this, and we've directly paid the artist and all, but it's a non-licensed thing. So then those are what I would consider to be indie, but then the licensed ones, even though it's done by T Turtle, it's still lumped into that licensed stuff, like you can pick up at Target and Walmart and everywhere else.
Right.
Those are not. So it's a weird little ionosphere there.
Some companies straddle it. Like I consider T Turtle kind of like a hybrid author. They're both licensed, but they're also indie too.
Yes.
And a lot of t-shirt companies are like that. Like there is
Once Upon a Tea is like that.
Once Upon a Tea is like that. They do a lot of their own designs, but they also have a lot of licensed designs, and they also they buy things from other artists that are outside of their company to print on t-shirts. And bags. I think they do bags now too.
I think this one was from T Fury. And the cool thing with them is that they actually, their setup is that you directly pay the artist a portion, and then they just print it and send it to you.
Yeah.
So, which is kind of neat. So that would be, like indie publishing.
Licensed, yeah. Let's see. Brogan says, yeah, I got to figure out where I'm going to sell the ebook version of my books, because it's not Amazon.
Not with their return issues.
Yeah. So. Amazon, hopefully that return issue with Amazon can get fixed so that we can actually make money off of Amazon. Jordan says, by the way, Lauren, I read more of the Hunted series. Awesome. Let's see.
That's the Amazon, the return
issue. Yeah. Altoona has a lot of interesting cultures right in the middle of Amish country, Pennsylvania, too.
Yeah, that's kind of what he told me, but when he was explaining to me, where he lived before he moved back.
Yeah, so Brandon Sanderson is now technically a hybrid author. Yeah, which is interesting. I think that's, yeah.
Oh, look, Barrett joined the stream.
Let's see. I'm thinking so hard about doing Kindle Vella first before I go anywhere else to build up some readership. Yes, that's kind of my plan too. If I still go the Kindle Vella route, I'm still like really on the fence with it, but I really want to. So Jenna Soul Rider, yes, technically, that's what I'm doing while I work on getting my novels ready. Sanderson has made some comments before that suggest he doesn't believe a traditional publishing is going to survive in its current form. Yeah, he's been talking a little bit about it in some of his streams that he does and some of his videos. So that's going to be interesting if like that comes to pass. And did Brandon Sanderson shoot them in the foot, or did they do it on their own?
I'm going to choose the latter of the two.
Hey Barrett, good morning. Yes, he's back. He's been joining me for the latter half of the stream, and we haven't been doing anything except chatting. And we are going over. Holy cow. Okay, so I'm sorry, Annual, if you're still here. Lauren's stream might start at 5:25
Wait, no.
p.m.
It's just as I go back and check, that should be 2 p.m.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. 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 All right. All right. We'll get that straightened out. Do check the links that I have shared in the chat. I shared them again a little while back, but yeah, you might have to scroll a little bit. But the AWC is going to be this weekend, starting tomorrow, Friday, and lasting until Sunday. Check out the James Webb Telescope and the images that have just been released because they're absolutely gorgeous and they might inspire you for some stories. But yeah. And then
Now definitely check out their YouTube channel because, like I said, they have a lot of videos about why they chose the materials to make the telescope and how it works. And yeah, it's there's a lot of informative stuff that's there. So it's really neat to see that kind of stuff in action.
And do check out the Nautilus channel, the EV, whatever it was. I forgot to redo that. Oh well.
Oh, it's fine.
But yeah,
it's in the chat somewhere.
So. Yeah, it's in the chat. So make sure to check that out so you can hear some scientists go, "What the fuck is that?" and all that good stuff, and them having technical issues like we do. Because yeah, Barrett, don't worry, you're not late. It's all good. The question traditional publishing should ask is why a successful author like Sanderson would even consider going hybrid. Exactly. They need to reevaluate some stuff. Been trying to get after them for a couple of years now.
Everything can't fit in their cookie cutter format. This is what sells. It's not what I want to print. It's not what I want to publish, though.
There needs to be equal opportunity for females and people of color, too.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Fixed. Awesome. Final question for you guys before you go. How does everyone feel about Percy Jackson because they're doing a new series on Disney Plus? I've never really been interested in Percy Jackson. Don't shoot me.
I was never a fan myself.
Percy Jackson kind of came out after I was that age. So telling my actual age here, but I never really read it.
I'll tell you actual age. I didn't get into Harry Potter until after college.
I didn't get into Harry Potter until I was in college.
So yeah, and the only reason I got into Harry Potter is because a friend of mine bought me the first two books, and I kind of burned through them because I was working third shift at a hotel. So
yeah. Barrett loved the Percy Jackson books, and he does read middle grade. He writes middle grade too. Okay. So if that says anything, then yeah, Barrett liked Percy Jackson books.
I do know that adaptation, the original movie, was terrible.
Yeah, so. Yeah. I hope they don't age the characters the way the movie did. Okay, all right. So yeah, that there we go. Okay, all right. We need to get off here so that y'all can go and enjoy Annual's live stream because I'm terribly over time. But yeah.
Let's see what the people want.
Hey Haley, I'm about to leave. And Catherine Stubbs, I didn't get into Harry Potter until I bought the first book for my granddaughter. Yeah. Hope the series will be better than the movie. I like eviscerating Disney on my channel. Yes, you do. You do. But you don't know the source of material well enough. Yeah.
Oh, I will say this. The DuckTales reboot that they did, that was fantastic because it was more like the Carl Banks comics than the original animated series, and I absolutely adored that. The animation style, just everything that they did with that was fantastic. And I grew up on the original animated series, but I really, really, really like the comics with Scrooge. They are so much better.
Got into HP way later than I was grown. Don't act grown, but I didn't act grown. Same. Okay. All right. Now, go over to Annual stream. It's going to be in Devin Cunning's playlist, which I have that way. Yeah.
One of them.
Pegged up at the top of the chat. Broken agrees with you.
Mm-hmm.
And some kids never grow up. Yeah. Late 20s. See, yeah. So yeah. There we go. Okay.
I was in my mid 20s, so
I was in my early 20s. I think. Somewhere around in there. Anyway. All right. y'all have a lovely day. Be kind to one another out there. Be kind to yourself. Keep writing. Keep being creative. And we will see you